for you. Very consistent. They are one of the best teams so far in this year's zonal competition. And here comes the eye in the final. It shows you how consistent and how good this side is. So back to the ball-to-ball community. It's a throw in for 𝐷𝐶𝐻 on the half of SL. When it comes to position of the ball, I can tell you it's 50-50. Yes. No, Fortune just sending a long one. Brilliant header from captain for excellence. I believe that SO backline is in safe hands. When you have a defender who is a captain, it shows you how organized your backline will be. But you know, every game has its own story, so we will see. What will the full time is unfolds. It's still goalless. Everything is quiet at the moment. Here at the Nostar Academy Football Complex. As you can see, people are coming. Very soon, the stadium will be full to its capacity. Yes, Captain for excellence just sending a long one. He's there. Beautiful header. Lovely control for number 12, sending a long one again. Another foul. That was a good call from the central referee. Another foul for 𝐷𝐶𝐻. So far, they have been enjoying a lot of fouls. Let's see how we react on this one. Their captain about to take that one. Surprisingly, both teams' captains are both defenders. Both teams' captains are good defenders. It's not easy to see this. Sending a long one from captain to captain. 𝐷𝐶𝐻 still in position. Very good one from the captain. Lovely control. 𝐷𝐶𝐻 still in position. What a time to tackle. That was a very good tackle from the number 16 of 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone. Another foul for 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone. This SO team have to organize themselves. If not, they might concede a goal. Even before the first half. Captain again about to take that one, sending a long one inside. What a header, what a flick. Number 72. Oh, who is there? A foul again. Oh my God. We are not enjoying the game as expected. Yes. We expect to see beautiful football from both teams. But I understand that the visitors, or let me see, 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone are the ones are dominating when it comes to possession of the ball. But that doesn't win your game. This is final. Beautiful football doesn't win your game. The goalkeeper just sending a long one. Safe by the safely hands of the shortstopper of SL zone. Back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper sending a long one. Beautiful control from the number 18. Oh, the linesman just got the number 18. Linesman raises his flag for a throw. A throw in for 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone. Ball still on the half of SL. Another foul again. This time around, it's a set piece coming for 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone. A set piece coming for 𝐷𝐶𝐻 zone. Let's see how they react on this one. Let's say I've got the first set piece. But the way they reacted wasn't convincing. Let's see how will 𝐷𝐶𝐻 do their own. Show them how to do it. The number 16 of 𝐷𝐶𝐻 about to take that one. He just dropped a beautiful one. That was a very good save. The goalkeeper just comfortably cut the ball with his hands. I love how confident the goalkeeper is. The goalkeeper to the center back, just sending a long one. A very poor one. It's Abasanjan number 10, try to do some tassel dribbling. SL zone with the ball, try to create some chances here. But the defenders are defending resolutely. Ball back to the SL zone. Oh my God, where's coming? Chance coming in. Oh my God. That was a poor finish from the striker. And Gorkola put SL zone ahead in the style contesting 17 minutes of the game. That was a promising chance. I told you, beautiful football does win you games. Just take a look at the best chance. That was the best chance of the game. But SL are the ones who just created it. The number 7 could have done better than that. He could have done better than that. Anyway, it's not bad. Just inches away from scoring. I believe this will serve as a wake-up call for the Sabasanjal team or their backline. This will serve as a wake-up call for them. In final, the strikers goes to win your game, but the defenders win your game. As a zone, still with the ball, trying to enjoy some possessions on their own half. The goalkeeper to the captain. The captain back to the other center back. That's their number 4. Back to the captain again. They have enjoying some touches, but on their own half. Comfortably safe by the netminder of Sabasanjal zone. It's still goalless. Everything is level at the moment. Everything is level. A class of titans, or you can call it a battle for supremacy here at the Nostra Academy Football Complex. It's still 0-0. Araho about to take the throw in for Sabasanjal zone. As you can see, Sabasanja are not only competing on the pitch, but also off the pitch. I'm not seeing the SL Zone fans club. A throw in for Sabasanja. It seems like SL Zone are not in their best so far. But we will see. I told you, in football, you can predict, but only the full-time result determines who the winner will be. And today, the full-time result will determine who the champion will be. The champion of North Bank Regional Zonal Championship. Can it be SL or Sabasanja? I don't know. A promising counter. And number 11. Oh my God, what was the number 11 trying to do? Play something that is very important rather than entertaining the fans. Sabasanja still in position. Ball back to Boom. Boom to Brian Diaz. Very comfortable with the ball. That was a good call from the center referee. A foul for Sabasanja zone on their own half this time around. And the game, as you can see, is very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Just take a look at the intensity of the game. It tells you how interesting or fascinating the second half is going to be. You can only see such finals of this magnitude here at North Bank. That was a very good header from the 𝗀𝘀𝑀 defender of 𝗀𝘀𝑀 number 18 of SL Zone. A throw in for Sabasanja zone. Switching the flanks just to take it through. It seems like Isaga is very good when it comes to throw in. Comfortably saved by the shortstopper of SL Zone. The goalkeeper to the captain. Very good one. SL stayed in possession. Trying to create something. A throw in for SL on the half of Sabasanja zone. Very good turn from the number 8. That was a poor pass. That was a wasteful pass from the number 8. There is a player who's on the ground. That's a Sanja player. He's on the ground. I hope that it's not something that is serious. I hope it's not something serious. But the medic, the officer is attending to him. The player is still on the ground. Thomas is back on his feet. It's still goalless here in Nostra Academy Football Complex. Everything is square at the moment. This is what we expect in a final. Not like the Champions League final, where PSG defeated or humiliated Inter Milan by 5 goals to 0. Finals are to be intense. Final are to be entertaining. That was a very good header from Abun. A 2-in for SL Zone on the half of Sabah Sanjal. A 2-in for SL Zone, trying to unlock something here. Let's see how they react on this one, on this 2-in. Oh my God, that was a goal from SL. A goal from SL. SL United has just taken the lead here. SL Zone has just taken the lead here at the Nostra Academy Football Complex against Sabah Sanjal Zone. SL Zone has just taken the lead from a throw-in. SL Zone has just taken the lead here against, let me say, courtesy of Ndaga Jeng against the Sabah Sanjal Zone here at the Nostra Academy Football Complex. Yes, I told you, beautiful football, those who win your games. And so I just take the lead here. Let's see how will Sabah Sanjal Zone react after this setback. Let's see how they react. This is football, it's not yet over. Only it is. Only 90 minutes. You determine the winner. But I can tell you in confidence, SL are so far leading by a goal to me. But it is football. You never can tell. Yeah, anything can happen. There's still room for more goals to come. There's still room for more goals to come. SL Zone still in possession. Another promising one coming for SL Zone. That's the number 19. Just beat the captain of the. Oh my God, that was a very poor finish from the number 8 of SL Zone. They will give them the 2-0 lead here at the Nostra Football Complex. That was a very poor finish from the number 8. You know, put SL Zone or extend their lead against Sabah Sanjal Zone. That setback will serve as a warning for Sabah Sanjal Zone. It's not yet over. Only this. The full-time whistle can only determine who the champion will gonna be. But SL are so far leading by a goal to lead. There's still room for more goals. It seems like this goal has boosted the morals of SL players, because after scoring they have been creating again. It is the most consistent team in this second edition of the NBL FA Zonal Championship. SL just took the lead just a few minutes ago. Sabah Sanjal, Tolanke defender, pass to Ibu. That was a good call from the central referee. It's a foul. Ibu was complaining that the foul was a card, but the referee didn't issue a card.
Well, as I was leading 1 goal to 0, courtesy of Ndaga Jeng's solo header that was beautifully placed on a set piece. Just to give you a rundown, we are here courtesy of the 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐼 NBRFA Zonal Championship, where the winners of this finale, played by the number 12 of the SL Zonal team. As I was saying, the winners of this edition would pocket 75,000, while the runners-up would at least earn $50,000, all of which are generously bankrolled by the first Vice President of the Gambia Football Federation, Mr. 𝐷𝐀𝐿.
Thank you, Mr. C. A corner coming for Sabasanjal zone. Let's see how they react on this one. Let's see how will they react. Whether they will be able to restore parity from this corner coming. Let's see. Boom, just cross a beautiful one, safe by the safely hands of the SL zone goalkeeper. That was a very good or comfortable catch from the goalkeeper. SL are still leading by a goal to nil. Sending a long one on the half of Sabasanjal zone. Beautiful header from the captain. The captain to Isa. Isa to number 10 of Sabasanjal zone. Ball back to Isa, and this time there is a throw in. Isa sending a long one. Very good header from number 3 of SA zone. Ibu to the number 14, the right full back of Sabasanjal. A throw in for Sabasanjal zone. The right full back number 14 with the ball. Sending a long one. That's a very good header. Ball still in the half of in the territory of SL zone. That was a timely intercept. A throw in back to Sabasanjal zone. Let's see what will they create, because they are trying to kill something here. This time around the throw is in favor of SL zone.
Minutes played as of the finale between SAU zone and Sabasanjal zone, where SAU are leading 1-0, whereas a goal taken by the sublime set piece by 𝐷𝐀𝐿 of SAU zonal team. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when we discuss football towards the geographical entity of North Bank region, the only body that is mandated to, so long as football is concerned, as of this region, is the North Bank Region Football Association. Of course, that mirrors football on behalf of the Gambia Football Federation when it comes to North Bank region. And just as I was saying, this championship is fully bankrolled by Mr. Bakary K. Jammeh, who also doubled as a native and the first Vice President of the Gambia Football Federation, where the ultimate winners of this edition would each earn $75,000 and $50,000 respectively. But this championship is in line with the strategic development of the North Bank Region Football Association that is pillared on Pillar 3 of the 𝐷𝐻𝐿 Executive Committee, which is bonded on grassroots football. Because through the championship of the zonal, in its first edition, this region was able to at least harness a football team that went all the way to at least earn the prestigious NEGO Football Championship that was won by North Bank Region Football Association, courtesy of the people of North Bank Region.
No, I'm going to mic there.
And as I was saying, when you look at the team that won the regional championship that was contested almost all the regions in the length and breadth of the country, and they are emerged as the champions of the last NEGO edition. And this year, in our own region, inshallah, we will also be, hosting the NEGO championship, where also the entire rolling of the squad will be also be selected. And I believe already the technical department of the NBRFA is already in attendance, of course, under the leadership of the second Vice President of the North Bank Region Football Association, Mr. 𝐷𝐀𝐿, who has been overseeing of all competition operations. They've been doing at least tremendous work. And under that as well, the President also at his time leading as the second Vice President, that is Mr. Ibrahim Cissé. He has also led the region to earning the champions of the last year's NEGO edition that was held at KM with the composition of the team being at least recruited from the zonal championship, that alone is a huge testament so long as the MBRFA zonal championship is concerned. And these are some of the long-term at least period that is been period as in line with the 𝐷𝐻𝐶 administration when it comes to how best we can harness the talents that are when it comes to the region. This is also part of the administration of the 𝐷𝐻𝐶 Executive Committee as in line with the mandate of the MBRFA. Daniel, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. C. So, Mr. C, away from North Bank, so I want to go through the. Still back to North Bank. Foul against SO on their own half. Comfortably caught by the goalkeeper of Sabasanjak zone. A throw in for Sabasanjak zone. Number 14 about to take this one. 𝐷𝐻𝐶. Boom. Boom still with the ball. Boom is trying to kill something. Goal! Goal! What a beautiful football that Boom has just displayed. On the yards of SL zone, he just brought down two defenders only to make it pass. And that was a very good finisher from Modunjai of Sabasanjal. Boom just displayed some flights of experience by dropping down two defenders on the yards of SL zone to only to lay the ball for Modunjai. That was a very fine finish from Modunjai. That just top parity for SL zone. Modunjai just top parity for Sabasanjal zone against SL zone here. The 𝐾𝐿 here the next start football complex. It's not yet over, I told you. There's still more rooms for goals. These are what we expect in a final. Well, this is what we expect in a final. Now the score line is 1-1. Everything is balanced now. Sabasanjal 1, SL zone 1. Courtesy of Modunjai of Sabasanjal, who just restored parity, eliminated goal for Sabasanjal zone from a well cross from the experienced player Boon. Ibu is proving that the size doesn't matter. Ibu is really proving that. Ibu is at least playing wonders in the middle. SL zone still with the ball. Chance coming in. The number 18. What? Oh my God, that was a very good defending from Modukoli. Solid defending from Modukoli. As you can see, the coaches are not happy with the number 15 of Sabasanjal zone. That was a very good save from the goalkeeper. The linesman just cut the number 8 of SL zone for an offside. It's an offside. As you can see how intense this final is already is. Both team coaches are not sitting, they are all standing, trying to instruct their players to get the best out of them. So Mr. C, back to you.
Daniel, I think this is an equal half that has showed both teams at least earning the strength to at least take up the lead as long as this final is concerned. Where we've seen SL taking the early lead courtesy of Njaga Jen's goal, whereas not at least on a brief spell that Sabasanjal also had to respond through at least the effort of the highly experienced Omar Gumba, who at least displays a pass onto the main man of Sabasanjal zone, that is Modunjai. And here again, Mr. Sage. Sage gave for Sabasanjal. Sage is throwing what he can do, but at least there's a battle. A referee called by foul. And I think coming up to this final, there was a battle of war between between the coaches of the both teams. That is Mr. Nyang of SL and Mr. Song of Sabasanyal Zone. Each of them also had to at least back their teams, having all the wherewithal to at least go through and also imagine as the victors of this day. But only time will tell. Omar Boone again, what he can do. And it is beautifully nullified by the formidable midfield force of SLU zonal team. But it is the young chap of Ibutambedo and Ibutomodo. Modo again to the tall lanky striker. Wow, 1v1. What can he do? And it is a lead for Sebastian Johnson. Sebastian Johnson have to the lead to Coach of 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿. 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿 had took Sebastian Johnson lead of the game. And it's SLU John who was taking the initial lead at trailing back from Sebastian Johnson. And it is Sebastian Johnson 2, SLU 1 in the back of the cage and the NDRF Zonal Championship final. Wow, what a goal. What an effort from the Far Easterners of North Bank region. That is Sebastian Johnson, who at least trailing the lead on behind of SLU, who at least one goal down. So that's Sebastian Johnson. But it is their main man. It is not about the names. It is not about the stats of the big names, but it is about the stats of the performances that will earn you the difference when it comes to moments such as this. And at least Sebastian Johnson also has stepping up, and kudos to them at least for at least taking play in a beautiful counter on this instance. Daniel.
This final is getting interesting. It is really getting interesting. This is why we love grassroots football. That was the end of the first half. That was the end of the first half. It was a dramatical first half as SL Zone took the first lead. They took the lead against Sabasanjal Zone. But relentlessly Sabasanjal, they turned the tie around.
We have 7. I'm in 7.
Just the second half is on the way. That was the second half kickoff whistle. It's 2-1 in favor of Sabasanjal Zone against SL Zone. Because the first half was very interesting. A goal kick for Sabasanjal Zone. They are the ones leading. But as I told you, it's not yet over until it is. Only the full time whistle will determine who the champion will gonna be today. There is still room for goals. Remember I said this when it was goalless, and I repeated it when SL Zone took the lead here. And so far it's 3-goal thriller in this grand finale. So let's see what will be. What a pass from the number 10, Modun Jai. That was the goal scorer for Sabasanjal Zone. He scored the goal, the rest of parity for them. SL Zone tried to create some chances here. Number 15, the set piece. That was a very good one from the number 15 of SL Zone. A very good twist and turn. At least it was very good. At least and a foul, and it's a free kick for his team. promising set piece coming in a very good angle on the territory of Sabasanya zone. Let's see how will SL zone react on this one after the setback. After the last minute of the first half setback. What was that? A goal kick, at least. And the number 15 could have done better than that. I believe his coach is not happy with him. Even the fans are not happy with him because he could have done better than that. That will serve as a wake-up call for the Sabasanjal zone. It's not yet over on the ladies. Yes, they're taking the lead, but it's not yet over. The goalkeeper just sending a long one. Very good header. Back to Mulunjai. A very good one from the number 3 of SL Zone. That is very good from Isa. The two in is always vacant. Once you don't know it or you don't have a choice, goes easily tap into the two in. It's always vacant. It will never fool, and the referee will never cause only for that. A goal kick for Sabasanjal Zone. As I told you earlier, in final, your strikers score your goals, but the defenders win you final. So we will see. When I say that, it means just take a look at Sabasanya, they are leading. If their defenders are able to defend this, resolutely they will be crowned champions, of course, of the second edition.
It was a mouth-watering first half, but here we are on the way when it comes to the second half of the Bakari K. Jami NBRV Zonal 2026 edition coming on the way as the first edition zonal under the 𝐉𝐀𝐿 Executive Committee. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just to take you through a tour of the mandate of the NBRFA, just as I alluded, the North Bank Region Football Association mirrors the Gambia Football Federation in structure, and it is the body responsible of regulating, administering, and mandated to also oversee football within the length and breadth of North Bank region. And that is the talisman of SL Zone coming on board. Banua Sonko, of course, one of the standout performers of this year's zonal edition, who is making his trademark into the finale. We were very surprised not seeing him when it comes to the starting lineup of the SL zonal team, but here he is being reintroduced shortly after the commencement of the second half. That shows you the grit, that shows you the anger, and that shows you the stamina that SL Zone is also endowed with. And as I did mention, on the 25th of May 2025, stakeholders and allied people of North Bank Region Football Association went to trusted the new leadership under the authority of 𝐉𝐀𝐿. First Vice President elected Mr. Yahya C. Second Vice President 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿, and Third Vice President Ibrahim Nyas. Wow, what a sublime! What a response from SL. And that this also shows the grit that SL are been met. And on the whole, and the fourth Vice President, Ms. Jane Ababa, who is also chair of the Women Football Committee. These were members that were choosing to also administer the football of North Bank Region from the tenure of the 2025 to 2029. And to round up the members of the new executive board, Mr. 𝐉𝐀𝐿 is serving as the Chief Executive Officer and the General Secretary of the North Bank Region Football Association, who is also in attendance. And equally so, Mr. Buakat Demba, the regional coach, who is in absentia, and Mr. Ibujara, our own host, serving as the Technical and Development Co-opted Committee Executive Member of North Bank Region Football Association, and my humble self, Momodu C, serving as the Youth Focal Person and Media and Communication Officer of North Bank Region Football Association. This is the summary gap of the new Executive Committee of the North Bank Region Football Association under the authority of President 𝐉𝐀𝐿.
Thank you, Mr. C. We were talking about the talisman of SL Zone. Yes, so we have seen substitutes winning matches for their teams for so many times. So we will see whether the talisman will win this game for SL Zone. Of course he can. I believe that's the reason why his coach introduced him on his feet. The goalkeeper about to take that one. Remember, they are the ones leading in this ground final. Just sending a long one, only half of it to the SL zone. That was a poor header from the number 4 of the SL. A promising throw in coming on the territory of SL zone. The throw in is for Sabasanjal, and Isa about to take that one. Isa is a specialist when it comes to throwing, because all their throw-ins is the one taking them. Even if it is in the other side, he will go there and take it. Let's see how will Isa throw this one. As you can see, the Sabasanjal players are feet on the box. A promising one coming, a promising counter attack coming. That was a very good call from the central referee. Of course, it's a foul, and the referee just awarded a foul against Sabasanjal zone. Captain Tyson has just dropped a deep one inside. That was a very timely clearance from the number 18 of Sabasanjal zone. In what just give SL zone a corner. That's the first corner of the second half. Let's see how will SL zone react after the setback. Let's see how they react on this corner. Defender, you could have done better than that. It's still 2-1 here at the North Star Football Complex. Sabasanjal are the ones and leading by 2-1, but it's not yet over until it is. As you can see, Sabasanjal are not only confident on the pitch but also off the pitch. Just take a look at their fans. They are cheering their boys. Ever since the kickoff whistle, they are cheering. I believe they will continue this momentum until the end of the game. A first one coming, solid defending from the tall Lanka Rasta of Sabasanjal zone. That was a very solid defending from him. Adolfai is still on the ground. I told you in final, it's the defenders who win your finals. Once the strikers score for you, the defenders will be able to defend their lead. Because SL are the team that took the first lead here, but their defenders were able to defend that lead. So it's Sabasanjal Stone. They are now taking the lead. Let's see whether their defenders will at least be able to seal this lead. If they are able to seal this lead for the next 14 minutes, of course they will crown the champions of the NBR Zonal Championship, second edition 2026. Njagajang is on the ground. Thanks that is back on his feet. Njagajang is one who has scored the first goal of this edition's final. He put SL. He gave SL the lead against Sabasanjal, but it was so unfortunate that they couldn't defend their lead. But so far, they are now trailing by 2-1, but it's not yet over. SL are trailing by 2-0 against Sabasanjal zone. Sending a long one on the territory of Sabasanjal comfortably. That was a very good control from the netminder of the Sabasanjal zone. In modern football, there are no rooms for wasting time. Once you waste time, the referee is the one who will punish you for that. Sending the long one. That was not a good control. Sabasanjal still in possession. What this blue trying to do? He just earn a free kick for his side. Unless he lose the ball, but it was very good. I believe the fans are happy because it's a promising free kick coming for them. A promising one. So I have to be mindful. They have to be careful. They have to be careful in order not to concede another goal. If they have to concede another goal, it will be very difficult for them to at least turn things around if they have to concede another goal. But it's not yet over. And this is football, anything can happen. Even SL Zone can turn this. A corner for Sabasanja Zone.
Wow, Sabasanja still showing that grit. That they are not only the far easterners of the region, but when it comes to football also, they have been fully represented here. And at least that shows the broad base of football as in line with the North Bank Region Football Association. And at least there is a force on the ground, but we trust the effort of the referee to settle such because this is the total responsibility of his as in line with the proceedings of the game. These are the magnitudes of final. This is a final. When we call and taking the corner for Sabasanja Zone is Omar Bumba. The slimy midfielder of Sabasanja under his corner. Can you respond? Wow, what a side netting. At least Sabasanja, although coming on to this final, one will argue that SL had all the way to at least be earning this coveted prize. But then, as long as the proceeding is concerned, we are seeing Sabasanja taking the lead of the final of the 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐼 sponsored the RFA Zonal Championship. This shows at least what the beautiful game is made up of. Sage. And Sabasanja taking at least a
Wow. Sabasanja still are trying to extend their lead. They are still trying to extend their lead from 2 to 3. Let's see whether they will be at least successful in what they are trying to do. They look so convincing in the second half. They are the better side in the second half so far. A foul against Sabasanja, a foul for SAO. It's still 2-1. Sabasanja are the ones leading against SAO. That was a very beautiful header. Solid defending from the toe like a header star of Sabasanja. Oh my God, what is Luka doing? A throw for SL. As you can see, SL 𝐷𝐿 is looking to at least restore parity here. But Sabasanja Zone are defending resolutely to their lead, holding on their nerves, saying that this is a do-or-die game. While SL are still searching to equalize.
And as of the final, the jerseys have been donated by 𝐷𝐿.
Both teams. The winner of this grand final will pocket a cash prize of $75,000. Meanwhile, the runner-up will pocket a consolation prize of $50,000. But not only that, both teams will go home with a set of jerseys that is sponsored by 𝐷𝐿𝐼. Kudos to you, a true football philanthropist. This is what we call a giving back to your people. We love and appreciate everything. Looking to see more of this. Back to the ball commentary. A foul. A foul. For Sabasanya Zone, the goalkeeper. About to send in a long one inside. As you can see, he's instructed the number 15, trying to communicate with him. Those are football languages or football tips. That was a very good call from the center referee. Of course, it's a foul, and the referee just awarded a foul for SL Zone. The player is still on the ground. However, that is not something serious. Another change for SL Zone. This is the third substitution for SL Zone. As I said earlier, we have seen substitutes winning matches for their teams for so many times. So can this number 17 win this game for SL Zone? Of course he can. Sabasanya Zone now also make a substitution. The number 5 out, so number 11 replaces the number 15. Both teams are introducing fresh legs in football. In football, you need fresh legs. Once your players are fresh, they'll be able to at least give you what you want. That's why you always have extra 7 players, or nowadays 9 players on the bench who are there to assist the others in case if there is an injury or the new introduced player look to be so dangerous. His first stop has tell you everything. That was just only defended from the tall Alasta of Sabasanya Zone. As you stay in the position, try to create some chance here. A foul for Sabasanya Zone. A foul for Sabasanya Zone. This time will be one of its kind. I believe everybody who are present here are enjoying the final. Just take a look at how the complex is full. It's full, very full to its brim. This is why we love grassroots football. You can only see a final of this magnitude in NBR. Comfortable, safe by the SL Zone goalkeeper. Very confident, very good at what he does. That was a miscommunication from the SL number 2 to number 7. 𝐻𝐿 chasing the ball. A throw in for Sabasanya Zone. They are the ones leading so far. Well, let's see whether they will able to defend this lead, because SL are on high just trying to restore parity. SL still the person. Lovely football from SL. SL still in possession on the half of Sabasanya Zone. And the new introduced player. What a pass from him. Very good football. I love the type of football that SL are playing. It seems like they are back. Yes, this is the SL that we all know. This is the SL that we used to know. Oh my God, I really love what Good is displaying. Very good pass from Keba to Isa. Let's see what will Isa do there. A corner. Isa's efforts were not in vain. They were not in vain, as he just earned a corner for Sabasanya Zone. Let's see how they react on this corner. They are the ones leading. Let's see whether they will be able to extend their lead on this corner.
Sorry, yang Esa is Sage. Number 9. Sage.
Saga man Esa na no. Wow, yeah. Like them na. Ça panda de. Yeah, mu go regle. Go help me. Yeah, the open mu go regle. Wala sa bi demut. Ah, maybe mu je de. Foog naa demut. Maybe mu je. Original la bi de lu ko charge on face. Mic to one check. Thank you so much. I saw the defending from the captain. Very good at what he does. What was that? Is it a true info? Zoom? Of course it is. Number 6 about to take that one. As you can see, Sabasanja Zoom has already filled their players on the 18 yards. Trying to defend their lead. It's not easy. Football. Once you are lucky and score, just try to do your best to defend your lead. Very good striker. A promising counter coming. A promising counter for Sabasanja. In number 11. Just chipped it over, but ball went wide. It's still Sabasanja zone in position. Ibu. That was a poor pass from Ibu. Sabasanja zone could have done better than that. They are still in position. Sabasanja still with the ball. A goal kick. That is a goal kick. A very good defender from the S against one defender. One defender, money to stop them. It's not easy. Not many defenders can do this. Captain for excellence. Sending the long one inside. Very good defending. Very good one coming. The number 2 just thrown in the left flank. Lay across, who's there? The tall lanky. The defender of Sabasanja zone is always there. Ibu against the number 6. Throwing for SL zone on the territory of Sabasanja. This one looks to be a very dangerous one. A very, very dangerous one. So the defender from the tall lanky rasta of Sabasanja zone. That was a very good control, number 3. Another solid defending. That was a poor pass from the tall lanky number 15 of SL zone. SL still in possession. The number 10 tried to do something here. Very good. That's their talisman. Goal? Oh yes, that was a goal. 2-2. Sirif Sane. That was a very good kick from Sirif Sane. That was deflected and went straight into the effortless goalkeeper. That was a very good shot from Sirif Sane. The ball went straight into the effortless goalkeeper who couldn't save the ball. 2-2 here at the Monster Academy Football Complex. This is what we love to see in a final. This final will be remembered for years. That's how football it is. If you have a chance, you fail to capitalize on that chance. When your opponent get it, he will punish you for that. Sabasanja got a clear goal scoring chance here, but they fail to convert it. Just take a look at SL. SL have their own and they easily convert it. Now they are back in the game. It's 2-2 here. There's no winner now. Very good for number 17. Who's there? What a comeback. What a comeback. What a comeback. What are you missing here? Ghana up and down. This is a final.
And so we are back into the lead. What a comeback through the powerful, through the charismatic efforts of 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿. He has been doing this, he has been known for it. One of the standout performers not only in the zonal championship, going all the way into the third division league of 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 in the previous edition. What a comeback. And so are leading 3-2 while Sebastian are trading back. This shows you what the final is made about. This shows you the level of talent and now within Northern region. This is as a whole. This is not a surprise to them, but this shows you the performance that this team has played all the way towards the.
A very dramatic and final. It seems like we are watching a movie, but this is not a movie, it's reality. Except to the early lead, and Sebastian come back from being a goal down to 2-1 lead. Now, so we are trailing by 2-1. Now, they just made a very quick comeback to take the lead here at the North-Star Football Complex. It's now SL leading by 3-2.
That's Bamusa for you.
That's Bamusa for you. Very unstoppable. Save that.
Wow, we spoke about the depth of 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 coming into the final, and key among them is the talisman that is 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿, who is one of the standout performers and also have been creating that difference so long as the final is concerned. And this shows you the level of competition coming from my day one all the way to the final that the zonal was made of. This shows you how hungry 𝐻𝐻𝐿 were coming into this final with the level of performance that they have. Because this is the same 𝐻𝐻𝐿 that have taken the likes of Molegba, have taken out the likes of Farafenni, have taken out the likes of Kanuma, who they share the same group with. At least it has been a roller coaster of performance coming from the end of 𝐻𝐻𝐿, and that has been clearly manifested with the comeback that they have on this short when it comes to this final. And it is at least a rain of goals at the evening of North-Star Complex here, where 𝐻𝐻𝐿 are leading 3 with Sebastian taking on 2. But the most beautiful part of this final is, at least we've seen the effort or the strength that lies within both teams. Each of them had their wonderful moments that they could have taken the lead, but then the chances at the end of the day were mostly combated by 𝐻𝐻𝐿 and courtesy of their comeback, which also made them very resolute. But at least it is not the end of the game yet. Sebastian also had equal depth that they could also turn the game in their end. But at the end of the day, 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is the team that is at least leading with advantage of 3, while Sebastian is trailing behind with 2. But the most beautiful part of this year's zonal is at least it has also brought a high proliferation of young talents. Key among them is the young chap of 𝐻𝐻𝐿, right fullback, that is 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿. When you look at Sebastian, they have also had a very keenly young midfielder of 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿, who has been at least a packet of experience when it comes to this year's zonal. But this does not also play under both teams, but each of the 15 teams, if you look at them, they all show that sense of hunger, they all show that sense of grit and fight as in line with the 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 zonal championship is concerned.
I told you football is unpredictable. Just take a look at this. We are not, yes, you are not watching a movie, but this is the reality. This is the reality. And what a dramatical final. One for the books. Very good from Ibu. I love what Ibu is displaying. He's really proving that the body doesn't matter. Or the size of the body doesn't matter. Comfortably safe by the safety hands of the SL zone goalkeeper. That was a very good goalkeeping from the SL zone goalkeeper. He's very confidential and very good in what he does. SL zones were trailing by a goal. Now they are the one leading, and Sabasanja zone are now trailing by 2 goals. Yes, there's still room. There are still rooms for goals. There are still rooms for goals. If SL will be able to defend this, they, of course they will be crowned as the champions. But let's see whether they will be able to defend it. SL zone looks unstoppable ever since they introduced their talisman. Comfortably catch by the safety hands of the Sabasanja goalkeeper. That was a very good call from the central referee. Of course, it's a foul. And Sabasanja are about to introduce a player. We have it's 2 players, double substitution for Sabasanja. Fresh legs are needed. Of course, they are needed, especially when they are trailing by 3 goals to 2. They have seen substitutes minimized for their teams for countless times. So, can this double substitution win this game for Sabasanja just like what SL did? Of course, they can, I believe. That's the reason why their head coach just introduced them to the game. Another promising one coming. Another promising one coming. That was a very good and a timely tackle from Omar Boom. Omar Boomba, the talisman of SL, looks to be unstoppable. Very pacey and very good at what he does. If you have to man him, you have a very big tax on your shoulders in order to stop this boy. It's not a surprise when you see number 10. The number 10 on his side. It's not a surprise. It's very good. Very pacey, very strong. I love his agility. SL zone still in possession. Kudos from the linesman. They just cut the number 2 of SL for an offside. The tall, lanky, solid defender of Sabah. The goalkeeper just setting a long one. A foul. That was, yes, a foul. SL are now leading. They are now leading by 3 goals. Meanwhile, Sabasanja are trailing with 2 goals. Any moment from now, the center referee will blow at the full time. And if the scores continues like this, SL are going to be crowned as the champions of the 2nd edition of the NBRFA Zonal Championship. As this is the 2nd edition, we are still in the middle then. A foul for Sabasanja zone. SL zone goalkeeper is very good with the ball. Very good. And his confidence is simply out of this world. I'm really enjoying how he is keeping on the goalpost. What a cross! That was a poor header. That was a very poor header from 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐿. And what could have restored parity for his side, Sabasanjal Zoom. Yeah, at Dostar Football Complex. That was a poor header from him. And what could have at least restored parity for his side. So far, they are trading everywhere. They are trading with 2 goals. The talisman again. Staying with the ball. Still with the ball. A corner for SF Zone.
Boy, say no to the boy. Do get out of the boy. No ten. But Banu am for dof.
Nuaso seems to be unstoppable. Nuaso seems to be unstoppable. Ever since SF introduced him, he has been given that right back headache. And he completely changed the game for SF Zone. A very good clearance. What a striker. The referee just blew the whistle for a foul. No, a handball against Sabasanjal Zone. That's been in favor of SF Zone on behalf of Sabasanjal. And in number 6 this time around, I'm about to take this one. Sensational one. That was a very poor one. Very, very poor one. What a pass from the goalkeeper to the captain for Thursday, captain for excellence. Poor pass. Ibo, the boy is proving that size doesn't matter. Bonnie. A promising one coming, a promising counter. Ibo is still on the ground. Thanks that Bibu is back on his feet. A foul against Sabasanjal Zone. The foul is in favor of SF Zone. Another substitution for Sabasanjal. This time around, they are about to introduce 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐿, in case you don't know him. The veteran 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐿, about to be introduced in the game for Sabasanjal Zone. The player with vast experience. A very experienced player. There's a zone goalkeeper is still on the ground. Still on the ground. I hope it's not something serious. The physio is there. The physio will attend to him. The physio is attending to him. And still there's a zone leading here at the ground. North Bank Regional Football Association Zonal Championship up against Sabasanjal Zone. They are trading with 2 goals. They were the ones leading, now trading. This is football. You never can tell. As I told you earlier, the full-time whistle will determine who the champion will be. Only the full-time whistle will determine who the champion will gonna be in this grand finale. Thanks that the goalkeeper is back on his feet. Another double substitution for SF Zone. I believe this double substitution will be their last substitution of the day. Double substitution for SF Zone. Number 12 out, number 18 in. While the goal scorer Adama out, and the youngster with the number 9 on his side in. Well, I was thinking that those players are defenders, that they are coming to defend their lead, while they are not defenders. Very difficult to run. That's the talisman. Very good at what he does. Beautiful header. Ball still still in position.
5 minutes of added time.
Not bad.
5 minutes.
5 minutes added. Huh?
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5. Alright.
And we are trailing to the last quarter of the game. And here again, we are reminded that the referee had added, the central referee had added 5 minutes of added time. And we are marching on to the last leg of the 𝐷𝐻𝐷𝐿 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐌𝐄𝐇 sponsored 2026 second edition of the zonal that has been played between Sabah Sanjal Zone and SL Zone, where SL Zone is currently leading by 3-2. The game had its equal shares of opportunities, where SLU had taken the initial lead through the sublime header of Njaga Jeng before Modunjai equaling for Sabah Sanjal, with Kebanjai taking the lead, and ultimately the substitute of SLU, Sirif, equaling into 2-2 before Adamajalo, restoring parity for SLU. And that is the score. Can this last quarter be an element of comeback for Sabah Sanjal, or would it be a defense for SL? Only time will tell. We are marching Sabah Sanjal, and it is Sabah. Wow! What a counter set piece that was Amal by SL Zone. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are on the second edition of the 𝐷𝐻𝐷𝐿 𝐷𝐻𝐷𝐿 Zonal Championship Final that is being played between Sabah Sanjal Zone and SL Zone. And it is a free kick to the benefit of Sabah Sanjal. Chances that will be taken by Sabah Sanjal. Of course, being taken by their veteran, Alajiba, one of the strong elements when it comes to the football of Magban region, who has done for majority of the teams here. Key among them is Timeless Football Club of Farafenye. Alajiba on the side of the free kick, burning his long. Wow. Beautifully taken by the goalie of SL Zonal team. And here it is. Free kick on benefit of SL. But the greatest takeaway for me as of this zonal is we've seen debutants in the magnitude, first timers when it comes to this championship, all of whom are making the final of this year's zonal, taking the experience of Farafenye, the experience like of Tuba, all the way making it to the finals, and ultimately they are there. To me, both teams are winners so long as the zonal is concerned. And as a zonal team are crowned in 2026 𝐷𝐻𝐷𝐿 zonal championship. It ended 3-2 in favor of SL zonal team. This is where the curtain closes as regards to the 𝐷𝐻𝐷𝐿 zonal championship concerned. No entry, please permit us no entry to the field. At any moment from now, we will witness the coronation of the certificate of appreciation of Magban Region Football Association, Mr. Abu Khan. This is in gratitude to the Mr. Abokan's leadership, forming the integral part of the status quo of Northern Region Football Association, where he serving as the first vice president in 2013, running all the way to serving as the president of the Northern Region from 2017 to 2025.
Right.
This is a testimony, sir, of your service. This is a testimony of the sacrifice that you have made. And Mr. President of the Northern Region Football Association will hand over the certificate to Mr. Abukan. A mentee and a mentor relationship. A mentee and a mentor relationship. Why, get?
Well,
all right.
and this one? Yeah,
and certificate of appreciation to Mr. 𝐷𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐻𝐿, the sponsor of the 𝐁𝐀𝐊𝐻𝐿 Zonal Championship of the Gambia National Olympic Committee. Mr. Jame, on behalf of the leadership of Northern Region Football Association, we owe you our sincere debt and gratitude. And in absentia, Officer Gambia Limited receiving it for the representative of the governor, Mr. Samate, would receive it on behalf of the Officer Gambia Limited, who bankrolled the championship, who supported 𝗕𝐷𝐻𝐿, and handing this certificate will be done by an executive committee member of Northern Region Football Association. That is Mr. Ibujara, who will hand the certificate to Officer. The recipient of it will be Mr. Samate. Okay. Mr. Samate, Mr. Jara will receive it on behalf of Officer Gambia, while the awarding will be done by Mr. Samate, the representative of Officer Gambia, and also and our goodwill ambassador on absence here, the Deputy Executive Director of the National Enterprise Development Initiative, and a son of Northern Region, Mr. Alpha MKLO, should have been here, but then things beyond his control, and the certificate will be given in honor to Mr. President. Receiving the certificate, it will be the 4th Vice President of Northern Region Football Association and the Chair of the Women Football Committee, Ms. Jane Baba. And certificates of appreciation towards the successful conduction of the 𝐁𝐷𝐻𝐿 second edition of the Zonal Championship with Commissioner of Police, North Bank Region. The representative of the governor, Mr. Samate, will be doing the handing over. Will be receiving it on courtesy of the governor of the region.
Police operations, Bara Division.
And next is the police commissioner, police operations of Bara Division.
Commissioner of Police.
That is, the commissioner of police should be doing the receiving of it.
Let the person. Officer, receive on behalf of the commissioner.
Officer, please kindly receive it on behalf of the commissioner.
Commissioner of Police.
That's for Bara Division.
Operations.
Police operations, Bara Division. And again, commissioner, and again, officer, receiving on behalf as well will be the police intervention unit, Caravan, NBR. And again, receiving on behalf of the police will be the Bara Division, would be the security and liaison officer of North Bank Region FA, that is Mr. Usman Samba.
Let's go. Give it to them. Okay. All right. So this one, Abu will give this one. No. Just give me 100. This two side and down.
Police intervention unit, Farafenye. Give it to the security and liaison officer of North Bank Region Football Association, who do the recipient of the certificate. And handing the accolade to the referees towards the cause of the zonal will be done by the chairman of the Referees Association, Mr. 𝗏𝗏. Can you do the handing over, sir? The best assistant referee would be going. The best assistant referee is awarded to Mr. Sidi Mukhtar Gazama towards the cause of the zonal championship of NBRFA. as assistant referee.
Then the best referee.
And the best referee who is awarded to Mr. 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐾, the central referee of this game, as one of the standout referees so long as the zonal championship of Mr. 𝐷𝐻𝐾 is concerned. And our best coordinator,
Abu is going to give that.
Mr. Abu Khan, our honorable president, will do the handing over of the certificate.
He's giving the second runner-up.
Okay, Mr. Abu Khan will do the handing over of the best commissioner, Mr. Momodu M. Kamara. Mr. Momodu M. Kamara.
Best coordinator.
And Mr. Landing Jame for best coordinator. Parboy, Mr. Landing Jame, best coordinator. Thank you, Mr. Kamara. On behalf of the NDRFA, we owe sincere debt and gratitude for the service and the sacrifice you've endeavored towards the cause of the zonal. And Mr. Parboy Jame, formerly known as, or officially known as Mr. Landing Jame, for the service and for the efforts that you've also continued to manifest towards the football ecosystem of North Bank Region Football Association.
So Ajimai will do the others.
And the executive committee member for North Bank Region Football Association, for Gambia Football Federation, Madam Ajimai will do the handing of the following certificate. Man of the match, awardee goes to Adama Jallo of SL Zonal Team.
That's good, people.
Adama Jallo of SL Zonal Team is awarded as the man of the match of best goalkeeper of the tournament, Mohamed Sarr. Mohamed Sarr of SL Zonal Team. What a young goalie. What an effortless contribution. What a service. And the leading goal scorer is awarded to Sana Singate of Low Badibu Zonal Team. While Sana was the representative of Sana. Congratulations, Sana, in absentia.
And Buagar Songo. They are
and Buagar Songo.
Both have 3 goals.
Both have 3 goals. These are the joint top scorers.
So what about this best player?
And the best player of the 2025 NDRFA Zonal 𝐷𝐻𝐾 Sponsored Championship goes to Buagar Songo of SL Zonal Team. Formerly known as, you made the error. It's Buagar. What is in the form? It's Buagar.
Basanya said they wanted to congratulate SL and have a group picture before doing any handing over. As a handing over. Yes. Before the handing over.
So then, it's fine.
Congratulations, Mr. Songo. Congratulations for the service. Congratulations for the effort.
So the runners-up will be given by the...
Can we have the coronation of the runners-up, taking the accolades of Presi Bojang of West Coast, would be leading the processions of the...
I'm going to start with the officers.
Starting with the referees. Yes.
You don't want to... Whatever is either you giving them goal or...
It's a very good sign of unity. If you give them our team to do that. I know.
What a sportsmanship. What an effort. And Mr. Balde will do the handing over. Mr. Bakari B. Balde will... The referees will be conducted by
What? Smartphone.
Mr. Njai, the certificates will be handed by Mr. Bakari B. Balde. Thank you. Kewo. Congratulations for the service. Congratulations for the effort. Congratulations for supporting North Bank Region football. And congratulations for supporting grassroots football. This is our region. This is the service. This is the sacrifice. Thank you very much. And here again, the runners-up, Sabasanja Zone, where the awarding will be done by the President and Executive Committee member of Gambia Football Federation, Mr. Bakari Bojan, Mr. President Ibrahim Sise. Congratulations, Sabasanjal. And towards a sense of unity, after the awarding of the medal, both teams have agreed to take a joint photo with the sponsor, that is Bakari K.J.A.M.E, to show that sense of unity that the region is endowed with. And this is a request from both teams. And Sabasanja Zone, as the runners-up, will pocket $50,000 as the runners of the 2025-2026 Bakari K.J.A.M.E sponsored MBRFS Zonal Championship. Congratulations, kudos. Congratulations, team. Antonio. Check. Boy, check out right. 75. SL. Captain of Sabasanja Zone. Captain of Sabasanja Zone. Captain of Sabasanja Zone. Sabasanja Zone, as the runners up, will earn $50,000. Courtesy of Bakari K.J.A.M.E, courtesy of MBRF, courtesy of Ibrahim Sise and leadership, and courtesy of stakeholders and the beautiful people of North Bank Region Football Association. Anthony Winners, SL Zone. Congratulations for the service, congratulations for the efforts, congratulations for the healthy competition, and congratulations for the victory. To many, this might not be a surprise, because if you look at the trailing of the records or the performance of the zonal, SL stood as one of the key performers of the Bakari K.J.A.M.E 2025 NBRFS Zonal Championship. And this is what is also being translated as long as the finale is concerned. And what a beautiful way to wrap it up with the technical side, of course, headed by Mr. Nyang. This is the backroom staff that has at least earned the trust of the SL community and also leading the trail of the people of SL and becoming the champions after Law Badibu, who also became the last year's winners. Here we are in 2026 witnessing the coronation of SAU Zonal Championship or SAU Zonal team as the champions of the NDRFA Zonal Championship, earning $75. $75,000.
Make it small there. Make it big.
$75,000. Media, yes. Congratulations. And handing the trophy, of course, is no other than Mr. 𝐷𝐀𝐿, the sponsor, for 2 years leading the path with us, for 2 years standing beside us, and for 2 years serving his community of North Bank region. As our zonal team are the champions of the NDRFA 𝐷𝐀𝐿 zonal championship. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I admire the work that you people are doing at West Coast. We also we reach out to your height.